Hey guys, what's going on? This is Awais back with another tutorial of Autodesk Revit Essential Training. Make sure to check out the description because I'm gonna cover a few topics in this video. So let's get started by learning how can we link AutoCAD DWG file and bring them to our Revit project. So I'm gonna click on architectural template and it will give me a template of architectural drawing. Alright, so now I'm gonna go to my insert tab and here we have an option called link CAD. So I'm going to click on it and now I'm going to go to my deck. So I've got one DWG file called house project. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to explain a few of these options. So what are we going to do? We got options for colors, preserve, invert and black and white. So I'm going to basically select that as preserve because I will explain that. Well, I'm going to bring that into Revit. So layers and levels, select all. Import units, well, you can select inch, feet or whatever you want, but I would recommend to stick to auto detect. And the right we got positioning, so I'm gonna select origin to origin, that's fine, and place at the level. So we got two levels right now in our template, so I'm gonna place that to level 1, leave that right there. Alright, and then orient to view, keep that on, that's fine. I'm gonna click open. Alright, so we have our AutoCAD file in our Revit project. I'm going to select that and I'm going to try moving that. As you can see that I can't move that because there is a pin sign here. So I'm just going to click this and now I'm going to select the whole object and I'm just going to move that about here. Now we have our file in the center of our project. So now I'm going to explain some of the things here. The best way to draw the same plan in your Revit is to draw over your plan. So you can go to your architecture tab to draw walls. You can select this architecture wall and I'm going to change the wall because my project was in millimeters, so that's why I've got the same units. So I'm going to keep that generic 150 wall for now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to start drawing a wall from here. And let's say you draw a wall here and then draw a wall here, and as you can see that Revit is already fixing that up for you, so it will snap to that midpoint and you can just keep going like this. I'm gonna show you a better way to do that. It's quite quicker. So what I want to do is I want to select my wall command again, and what I want to do, I want to select this, just a rough wall. Just gonna get rid of this wall first, and now I'm gonna select my wall command and I'm just gonna draw a roughly whatever the wall goes. And let's say I draw another line here, draw another line here, draw another line here, draw one line here, there, draw line there. Alright, so I've got these parts done right. And I need a bit more. I need one line here, one line here, and there's gonna be, yep, that's fine. Alright, so now I'm gonna select one of the wall here, and now as you can see we got our modify panel. So I've got two kinds of commands here. I've got trim and extend single element, I've got trim and extend multiple element. So I'm gonna select that multiple element command. And now the first thing what you need to do is you need to select an edge of the wall where you want to other object to be extended. So I'm going to select this edge and I'm going to click on this wall. It will be extended. To apply the next extend, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on an empty space once and I'm going to select this edge and I'm going to select this. And then click empty space one more time, select this edge, click here, and empty space, click one time, select this edge here and select there. So with that one, what I want to show you is, let's say I've got another command here called trim and extend corners. So I'm going to select that, I'm going to click this line, done, and then I'm going to click this wall to this wall, this wall to this wall. As you can see, how easy is this? So select that, done, 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 and you can just make your work faster. So now you need to use the extend command basically. So let's go back to our multiple extend command. I'm going to select this edge and I click this, empty click one time, select this edge, click here, done. And then you've got one here, select this edge, done. Select this edge, done. And one more time you got there, which is really easy. So if you're worrying about the windows and doors, not a problem for them. So I'm gonna go select my door and I'm just gonna drop it about there, so it's not an issue, right, like that. So it will actually extend that, and then you can change the dimension of the door as well, so it's not a problem at all. So you can change the dimension of the door. Anything you do is dynamically effective. So you can select that door with the size here. I want to select this a little bit smaller one, so now I think it's fine now. Done. So we're all set to go. So that's how you can just bring your AutoCAD files and draw them maybe in 5 minutes. I'm gonna look at another scenario you might have to do. You might have to bring some CAD data, like creating topography from a DWG link. So you might get some files outside the civil engineer. So there is no actual package for Revit to make a contour file. So what I want to do, I want to go and click on my insert tab and I'm gonna click on link CAD. And I've got another file here. It ships with AutoCAD as a sample file. So I'm gonna click and I'm gonna make sure that its colors on invert, and I will uncheck that current view only. If you check that box, what it's going to do, it's going to delete all the heights from the file. So I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna click open. And it's gonna take a while to import that file to our project. And if I click on it, as you can see that I can't select every single lines in this file. So there's a button here called query. So I'm gonna click on the query button, and now as you can see I can select a line and I can check the details from them. So it's basically a line. A layer is CFDP int, so I need to remember that. I'm gonna click OK. I'm gonna click on another line, and the another line layer is CF intermed. Alright, I'm gonna click OK. So I'm gonna click on modify, and I'm going to go to my masking and side tab, and here we have the option called topo surface. Alright, so I'm gonna click on it, and now I can make a topo surface by clicking on this drawing by making a point. So if you start doing this manually, it's gonna take you like maybe a month or so. So there's another option here, create from import. So I'm gonna click on it, I'm gonna select import instance, and I get the dialog box. Now what I need to do, I can click on check none, and now I can select that layer, and there was another layer, CF intermediate. So I can select this layer, and I'm gonna click OK. And now it's gonna start creating topo surface from those layers. Alright, the processing is done now. So I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to click on this 3D view. Alright, so now we got the 3D view. I'm gonna hold down my shift key and just try to orbit that. And I'm going to make that shaded so you guys can see what actually happened. Alright, so now I can just orbit that and show you guys our topo surface is been built on our contour line. We're gonna look at a few more features of linking CAD file and the difference between linking CAD file and importing CAD file. First, let me show you linking CAD file. So I'm just gonna click on link CAD. I'm gonna select the same house project, and I'm going to click on current view only, and I'm going to make sure that it's on invert. I'm gonna click open, and now it's going to bring all my file to my Revit project. So the link CAD file means basically it links to your CAD file. Anything you change here in your Revit project, it will be changed and it will be updated to the AutoCAD file as well. But if you import the whole drawing into your Revit project, it will not update. It will be embedded to your Revit project. So that's the difference between linking CAD file and importing CAD file. So once our drawing is here, so I'm just going to select unpin, and I'm just going to move that a bit here. I'm going to select that. I'm just going to try moving it. Alright, so now I'm going to zoom in. Alright, once you select your linking CAD file, you get a button called query in the modify panel. I'm just going to click on it, Now I can select a separate files, right? And I've got this information about my file. I've got the type, I've got the layer, what it's about, and we've got two options, delete and hide in view. So I'm going to discuss both of them. Alright, so I'm going to click OK right now, and I'm going to go back to my view tab, and I'm going to click on visibility and graphics, and here you need to go to imported categories. So I'm going to click on it, and anything imported to your Revit project from Autocad or any other project, the layers and all that details will be show up here. Alright, so we got layer 0, 2D door, all those layers here. So I can basically, let's say I'm gonna uncheck this, I'm gonna apply, and those windows will be gone to your project. I'm gonna click on doors, and those will be gone as well. So I'm gonna check them all for now, and I'm going to apply and click OK, and I'm gonna select that, click on query, and I'm gonna select the windows, and here you can hide in view. And let's go back to our visibility and graphics. Alright, so now as you can see that these layers are unchecked because I did them outside in a query. So you can do that both ways. Alright, so now I'm gonna go to my visibility again and check it all, and I'm gonna come back. Alright, so now I'm gonna click the project, click on query, and I'm going to click here, and I'm going to delete that layer basically. And now if I go back to my visibility, import it, and now you see that the layers are gone. The wall layer is basically gone right now. So there's no other way to bring that back. So it's better to use hide. I'm gonna press Ctrl Z to bring that back. Click on it, and you can still delete layers as well. You can get rid of layers. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of 0 layer, and I want to get rid of interior. So I'm going to delete them, and if I go back to my visibility and graphics tab now, and it's the same thing happened. Those layers are not showing here anymore. So that's the linking CAD file, and there's some display option as well, bring to front and bring to back, whatever it is. If you have a Revit project behind that file, you can bring that to the front, or you can send it to the back. Alright, so now I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to get rid of this. And now let's go to your insert tab, and I'm going to click on import CAD, and I'll select the same house project, right? And I'm going to open. The down part of importing any CAD project is that your project will be bulky. You will get all the details from Autocad file, what you don't need. You can push them all and clean up, but it's extra work, so you don't want to do that. So once my file can be are imported, then I'll show you what I mean. So alright, we got that. So if I click right now, and there's another extra button I've got here called explode. So I can explode fully or partially. So if I click on explode, and now I can select the project. So now that AutoCAD file is basically being converted to a Revit project. If I select this wall, and now as you can see that it's been made of line, so the layer is imported as well. I've got 2D wall layer here, and if I select this arc, so you can see that it's been built by the line. So now our project is very bulky. So if you go and select this line and click here, you can see the line type, line style, and all those information about that. And there's some of the things you can bring with importing file, which is not a good idea. So I would recommend you guys link your CAD file and draw on it, and you'll be fine. Sometimes you develop a part of your design that can be reused elsewhere in a project. So you could simply use copy paste for such items, but a better choice is to create a group. A group gives you a powerful way to manage repetitive items. Once you create a group, if you make a change to once instead of a group, that change occurs across the entire project. So we're gonna look at how can we create a group. So I'm gonna go and select my plan, and in the modify panel you got this command create group. The shortcut key for that is GP. So I'm gonna click on it, and now we get this dialog box. This dialog box actually indicates for me that I'm really creating two groups. The model geometries such as wall, doors, and windows will go into the first group, and I'm going to name that unit 1, and all the annotation like the room tags and the door tags are going to be in attached detail groups. So I'm gonna name it tags and I'm gonna click OK. So now if I take my cursor closer to this model group, which is wall, door, windows and interior as well, so as you can see, it highlights that group. And if I take my cursor outside a little bit and I just try to select that, and now it gives me a group of tags, which is this annotation. So there are basically two kinds of group. Now I'm gonna select this group, and in the project browser you can see that in a model you've got unit 1 group and you got tags for that, so floor plan tags. So you basically got two kinds of group right now. Alright, so now I'm gonna select that group. So I'm gonna show you a few options on modify panel. So I've got this edit group option, I've got ungroup, link and attach group. So I'm going to click on edit group. In this panel I've got three options mainly. I can add any object to my group, I can remove any object to my group, and I can attach detailed group with it. So I'm going to click on remove, and let's say I'll select this bed and view interior. So these things, whatever I'm selecting right now, they're going to get subtracted from this group. So I'm going to subtract all my interior, and I accidentally selected that wall, so I have to fix that. So I'm gonna click add to group. So I'm gonna click on this wall, which is going to be added to my group, and I'm gonna click finish to finalize my editing for my group. So I'm gonna click here now, and I've got this ungroup option. You can revert that to ungroup. Alright, now once I select my model group, as you can see there's the icon appears, which is x-axis and y-axis. This is basically an origin point of a group. So if I want to move this, I want to select this, and I will move that to about in the corner right there. And now I'm gonna go to my project browser, and I'm gonna select my unit 1, and I'm gonna drag it outside about here, and I'm just gonna drop that here. So as you can see that the origin point was whatever I selected. So I'm gonna click again, and that's done. So I'm going to cancel the command now. So we got that group right next to our first group. So it is basically any changes I do here that will be updated to the next plan. So let's say select this group first, and then I'll click on edit group, and now whatever you make to this plan, that will be updated as well. So I'm just going to select that window again. I'm going to drop one window here, and let's say I'll click on finish and click OK, and now as you can see that we got the window right there. If I select my group, and I'll just move my group, but before I have to go to edit group, and if I, let's say I move this wall, it's not gonna let me move because there's objects there and they're locked. So I'll just select, let's say I'll select this wall, and I'm just gonna move it down a little bit, and I'm just gonna update by clicking on finish. And as you can see that group has been updated as well. So it's a really good way when you make a group and you can work on your plan, and your main plan with the interior, all that dimension will be updated automatically. Sometimes you might be working on few units, let's say 10, 15 or more, and you want to make a reflection on the right side of your plan. I'm going to go and delete this first. I'm going to click OK. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how you use mirror command to make a reflection of your plan. So I'm just going to select this plan, and I'll go and select my mirror pick axis command. I'm going to click on it, and I'll take my cursor to this wall. When you see the dotted line in the middle, you just click, and what Revit will do, it will mirror that plan to the right side. Alright, so we got that, and I've got a warning. Don't worry about the warning, just click on empty space and it will disappear. Alright, so we got a reflection of a plan on the right side, and let's say I'm going to select this whole group, mirror draw axis. Well, if I want to mirror that to the bottom, what I do, if I use my simple mirror command, it will attach to that and there is no entry. So I want to make a straight in between of these two mirrors. So what I want to do, I want to select this mirror and draw axis, and I want to just roughly draw a line here. It depends how what's the length of my street, so I'm just going to keep 13 feet there, and I'm just going to draw a line, straight line here, and now we will get our mirror at the bottom. As you can see that we got a reflection of our plan at the bottom. So this is how you can use your mirror commands to make a reflection. Last thing we're going to discuss in this tutorial is about insert tab. So if you go to your insert tab, you've got these options. You can link Revit file, IFC, CAD file, what I showed you before. You can import CAD file and what's the difference between. So I'm just going to show you how you can link Revit file. Just click on link Revit file, and I'm gonna go to my desktop, and here I've got Revit files here. Well, in AutoCAD, when you were trying to import the file into Revit, it was asking us a lot of options because it was coming from a different software and Revit doesn't know much about it. So but the Revit file, Revit knows all about its own file, so it's not asking us much. So I'm just gonna click on this and I'm gonna click on open, and it's going to link that file. So as you can see that we got the file here. So when you're linking a Revit file into your Revit project, if you make any changes, it will be updated to your original file because it's just linked. You are not importing any object or family into this project. So this is how you can do that. I'm going to delete that, click OK. I'm going to show you how you can insert image. I'm going to click on image. I've got this screenshot here. I'm going to open that. Now it's going to ask me to drop where I want to drop. So I'm just going to drop it here. And then what you can do, you can start drawing. Let's say I'm going to go and select my wall, and I can just start drawing. I can make a rough sketch on the top of my image. I can change the dimension later on. Alright, so let's go back to insert tab. So if you have brought in a lot of images to your project, it will all show here and you can manage them here. Alright, so thanks for watching guys. That's it for this video, and next video is going to be about 3D modeling. It's going to be a project based, so be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop a comment below and I will answer that. If there's anything you want me to make a tutorial about, let me know in the comments below. Share, like and comment. Thanks for watching.